Welcome to another episode of TechWid-D. Today we're diving deep into PLSQL. Today we'll see what data types are there in PLSQL, what are variables, and what operators are supported in PLSQL. If you're ready to expand your tech knowledge, let's get started. Let's begin with something fundamental: PLSQL data types. In PLSQL, the data type defines what kind of data a variable can hold. So, let's explore a few common ones. Below are the two main data types supported in PLSQL: predefined data types and user-defined data types. Predefined data types consists of scalar type, composite type, and reference type. Scalar can hold single value with no internal components. Composite can hold data items having internal components which might be scalar or composite. And reference type are pointers to other data types. Scalar type can be numeric, characters, Boolean, datetime, or LOB. The example displayed on screen explains how to assign the data types. Like customer age is a numeric value, so it is assigned number. Name can be a collection of first name, middle name, and last name, so length may vary. That's why it is assigned as varchar 2, with max length as 50. Records having fields with different data types uses composite data type. We can pass records to subprograms as a single parameter. Here, %type declares PLSQL scalar type variables, and %row type declares a record which represents a row in table. Now that we've got the data types down, let's talk about variables. A variable in PLSQL holds data that can be manipulated during execution. In PLSQL, you declare variables using the declare keyword. The syntax is displayed on the screen. The variable name can be a single letter or a combination of letters, numerals, $signs, underscores. Length of variable name should not exceed 30 characters. Variables are not case-sensitive. We cannot use a reserved word as variable name. Just like we declared customer age earlier, we can use variables to store and update values. In this example, we declare the total sales variable and then update it, showing how variables can be used dynamically. Next up, let's explore operators in PLSQL. Operators allow you to perform calculations and comparisons. There are several types, but let's focus on the most common ones. Arithmetic operators, you can perform basic math operations. Then, relational and comparison operators can perform comparison between two variables, and logical operators are used to perform logical operations. Let's walk through this example line by line. In the first part of the code, we declare some variables using the declare keyword. Let's break them down. Here we have num1 number equals 10. This creates a variable num1 of type number and initializes it with the value 10. num2 number equals 5. Similarly, num2 is another variable of type number initialized to 5. Result number. This is a variable to store the result of an operation. Notice that it is declared without an initial value. Result 2, Boolean, equals false. This variable is of type Boolean and is initialized to false. It will be used to store a true or false value based on a condition. At this point, we have two numbers, num1 and num2, a placeholder for the result of an operation, result, and a Boolean variable, result2, to store true or false values. Then, in below line, we are adding the values of num1 and num2 together. Num1 is 10, and num2 is 5, so the sum is 15. This sum is assigned to the variable result, so after this line executes, the value of result will be 15. In the next line, the condition checks if num1 is greater than or equal to 10. Since num1 is 10, the condition evaluates to true. As a result, the block inside the if statement is executed, and result 2 is set to true. And that wraps up today's quick dive into PLSQL data types, variables, and operators. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions or want us to cover another topic, drop a comment below. Until next time, stay tech savvy with Tech with D.